these guys got a girl, they got more than what they asked for. Here are 10 romance anime where the girl is obsessed with the guy. Let's go. Number 10, Nor 9.
2階の作物生産が俺たちのチームの主な仕事だよ。
いい香りがします。
桃は食べ頃だね。
Remember Among Us? Remember how there was one guy among you in a spaceship that kept killing your crew one by one? Remember how most of the time you kicked out the wrong guy during the emergency meeting? Nor 9 is an anime version of it, but instead of different colored blobs with 2 legs, we have anime characters.
荒っぽいのは性に合わないんだよね。ごめんね。とにかく一緒に来てもらうよ。っていうか、君も迎えが来るのを待ってたんじゃ。
Here we have one spaceship carrying its passengers to the other end of the world, while one of them realizes there is one extra among them. Who is the person who secretly snuck into the ship? Will they kill people and escape through the vent? Nor 9 doesn't have a simple premise, and this isn't a compliment. From the start of the story itself, you are introduced to these various fantasy and world-building elements, and by the time you get to the romance, you keep asking, huh? What just happened? But it still has great romance. Number 9, Trapped in a Dating Sim.
マリエ、ヒロエ、お前の代理人は俺が務めよう。
そんな。
はいはい、皆さん。俺が代理人に立候補します。
When I realized this was an anime based on a dating sim, I thought this was going to be another one of those reverse harem shoujo shows. But turns out this half romance, half harem power fantasy show. You got the good old power fantasy elements here, like the protagonist being overpowered from the start and the villains being too weak to face our main character's power.
なんだあの鎧。ダサすぎだって。信じらんねえ。
But what's interesting is the whole premise of this show. In this dating game, the girls are the ones ruling the world. They sit around a table and only beautiful and handsome men get to sit on the round table. Now, how can our average Joe win the hearts of these ladies? Well, it turns out this guy's already played the game, so once he gets trapped in it, he already knows all the tips and tricks he needs to rise up in ranks and sit among the ladies. Oh, and he's got an overpowered robot too. Number 8, a good librarian like a good shepherd.
私のせいでとんでもないことに。
ちょっとこの体勢。こんなところ誰かに見られたらまた誤解されるんじゃ。
This is a high school anime that has mystery, accidents, ancient legends, and an obsessed girl. It happens when Koyotaru Kaiki saves a girl from a train accident. In order to repay the gratitude, the girl joins the club Kaiki was in and even tells him to participate in a mysterious Shiomi Happy project. Soon others start to join in, and the lonely club is filled with tons of slice of life mystery adventures.
はい。
私と一緒にこの学園を楽しくしませんか？
This anime doesn't do anything innovative in terms of storytelling, but it knows how to be fun. It has some great comedy plus some great pacing. Think of this as Haruhi Suzumiya with less supernatural elements and more romance. Number 7, Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs.
私幽霊ですけど、触りたいものにはちゃんと触れるんですよ。幽霊歴も長いんで。
お前ここで寝る気か？
As you can guess, these hot springs are haunted, but the good news is, this is haunted by an anime girl who's a ghost. But that's not all. Soon, other cute girls start getting into this hot spring. Either this is the best hot spring ever, or there's something about this guy that makes the girls keep coming back to him. Since this is anime, it's most likely the second reason.
すみません。私動揺するとポルターガイストを発生させてしまう癖が。
絶対。
This anime also knows how to maintain a balance between romance, comedy, and fan service. Similar to number 8 on this list, this anime doesn't do anything original in terms of story, but it can still give you a great romance anime with an obsessed ghost. Who knows? This might even help you find an obsessed ghost. Number 6, more than a married couple, but not lovers.
大体なんで桜坂さんとどっかで二人きりになんなかったのよ。そうすりゃ今頃私が南くんと相合い方だったのに。
ごめん。
This anime got released this season and it is definitely exceeding my expectations. I mean, we basically have the same tropes repeating, including the childhood friend trope, the love triangle trope, the enemies turning lovers trope, the guy whose face looks like a chimpanzee but still manages to get the girls trope. Yeah, this anime has it all, but it also knows how to do it right. In this world, there is a class called Couples Practice. Here, you're paired with a girl and two of you are forced to spend time as a couple. The couples in this class are shoved into a room, monitored through cameras, and then given a grade. And the two guinea pigs for this class are Jiro, Yakuen, and girl Araki Watanabe. But Jiro has a crush on his childhood friend, and you can pretty much guess where this is heading. Number 5, Kotura-san.
琴浦たまには一緒に帰ろうぜ
私こっちだから
俺もこっちだってば
Time for romance anime with some creepy vibes. Here we have a girl who can read everyone's minds. Now, this might look like a cool ability from the outside, but once you start reading everyone's minds, they think you're some kind of creep. That's what happens to our poor Koruto-san.
お前の人の考えてることがわかる手品の種いいよなあれ
But there is one guy who thinks her ability is pretty cool. Does this guy like getting his thoughts explored? What's wrong with him? Well, for that, you need to watch the anime. But all you need to know is that Yoshiya Manabe thinks our girl's ability is pretty cool and promises he won't leave her no matter what happens. Imagine saying this to a girl who has been socially withdrawn. It's natural the girl would fall head over heels for him. Apart from the romance, this has some heavy drama, and get ready to shed some tears when our main character's sad backstory comes in. Number 4, Banished from the Hero's Party.
しっかり食べておけよ。今日はいろいろやることがあって忙しいからな。
This is another isekai anime with a really long title that somehow gives us a wholesome love story. There are times when the story feels too simplistic and a repetition of all the fantasy tropes you've seen before, but then this girl called Rit comes in and happily steals the spotlight. She's cheerful, she knows how to make our hero happy, and she's even a badass. What's even great is that she wears a red scarf, but has more personality than a certain other character who wears a red scarf.
どっちの店はやっぱりいいものが置いてあるわ
ストームサンダーは職人のカゴ持ちでレベルも高いからな。
レッドカゴのレベルがわかるんだ
I think the title of this anime pretty much explains the story. Apparently this guy gets banished from the hero's party and then decides to lead a quiet life in the countryside. That's it. That's all there is to it. So if you go here for some action fantasy anime, you'll be disappointed. But if you go here expecting a slice of life romance anime, then you'll be binge watching this till the very end. Number 3, Higihiro.
もっとすごいんだ何カップくらいなの
わかんねえけど多分 F くらいはある
F だったら私と同じだよ
はそれ F もあんのか
As long as Twitter doesn't find this show, we're good to go. Higihiro has a pretty controversial premise and involves a high school girl living in the house of a grown man, but if you look past its controversy and focus on the central message of the story, you'll find it's a pretty great show. The romance and the issues dealt with in the story are all handled in a mature way. Characters you thought would be annoying soon turn out to be helpful, and the regular anime cliches are flipped upside down to give us a more unique story.
半年くらい前かな
親にはちゃんと言ってきたのか
言ってない
バカそれなら早く帰って
大丈夫
If I need to summarize the premise of this show, then it's about an office worker getting rejected by the girl he liked and then finding a high school girl on his way home. The high school girl seems to have her own family problems, and the anime involves the two of them finding ways to solve their own personal issues. It's mostly focused on the girls, so if you want a good romance show with drama, make sure to watch this one. Number 2, Momokuri.
場を和ませようとしてくれたんだよねなんかごめんね
What happens when your crush is a bigger stalker than you? What happens when you both stalk each other? This is an anime that will make James Bond proud. Momokuri is a different sort of love story with lots and lots of comedy and cute slice of life moments. And just a fair warning, don't go to this romance anime expecting an epic romance story to rival Romeo and Juliet and kick Shakespeare in the balls, because this show's all about how these two shy lovebirds get together.
なんか栗原さんって天然なのかな
好 きの顔取り逃した。
Momokuri has a pretty simple story mixed in with some nice comedy. The anime also gives the couple time to develop and realize how the other person is. If you're tired of anime with too much drama and want to watch something wholesome, then this is the show for you. Number 1, Skippy.
着替え取りに来ただけだから。
そんな久しぶりに会えたのに。私と翔ちゃんは幼馴染。
Finally, we have revenge romance done right. No, not that grimdark revenge where the guy wants to kill everyone who murdered his mom. This is the usual love revenge executed really, really well. The story features Koyuko, a 16-year-old girl who works to the bone to help her friend and childhood crush to become a pop star. But later, she realizes that her friend merely thinks of her as a servant and, to take revenge, decides to become a pop star herself. Compared to other female characters in romance anime, Koyoko has a pretty interesting character arc. In the end, this whole story is about a young girl who is low on self-esteem, but later learns how to appreciate herself and decide her own future. If you need a romance story with a great written female protagonist and a revenge mixed love story, then make sure to watch this one.